It's that heat, boy.
This is just a tips and tricks kind of video because I see a lot of people running wrong classes, wrong loadouts, which ends up causing them to die a bunch. So I'll go through my classes, I reckon my perks, why I'm running what I'm running, I'll talk about ping, and then I think I'll analyze a video, like a pre-recorded game that I've played, just to go through what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and why. I think this will help new players and old or more experienced players still see them doing wrong things or things that cause them to die a lot. So, starting off with the classes, I'll go to hardcore first because it's the server I play most. AK, I think, is the best gun in the game at the moment. You can use, if you're lower level, M16 suppressed, that's good. M14's okay, it's a one shot, one kill. Same as the AK, just the AK is fully auto. The Femis is okay, it doesn't do enough damage though, it's way better in core. The Glill's okay, but after a couple of bullets it will jump, have some horizontal recoil to I think the right. Never really used the AUG, haven't really seen many people use it. Haven't bothered with the Finfao. Best gun. Commando's basically on par with the AK. I think its accuracy is a bit better, but the damage of the AK is greater, and I prefer to be able to one-shot over longer distances. B11's good, but not for hardcore. Suppressor is by far the best attachment for hardcore. If you're running grenade launcher or any of these other attachments, we can hear your shots and we know exactly where you are or you're coming from, so it's kind of pointless. You can use whatever secondary you want. I found the launchers are the most useful because people on your team aren't using Ghost. If they have a chopper or something, your whole team just dies and you'll lose the game. The best pistol though, if you don't want to run a launcher, is the Python, one shot. I think the C7 or the CZ75 may one shot, but yeah. For your lethals, you can use whatever you want. The frag grenade is slightly better than the Semtex in my opinion, because you can cook the frag grenade. Semtex just sticks to objects. The Tomahawk, it's cool and all, but it's hard to use. Once again, you can use whatever you want. Best one, in my opinion, is the concussion. Slows movement, so they can't really move anywhere. Always use your concussion grenades or your flashbangs or whatever you're using. It's a free kind of check. If you don't know if someone's around the corner, throw it in there. It'll give you a hit marker and you'll know someone's in there. You can jump around the corner and refire wherever you think they may be, or throw another one in there when you get to the corner. Willy Pete's or smoke grenades, they're good for running across open sections, but I've never really bothered. Flashbangs, they're good too. I think they're a bit slower on the throw. With your equipment, you can use whatever, but I think Claymore's the best. Like, that won't work if they're running Ghost. Jammer is really annoying to verse, especially for me, because I rely on my UAVs and SRs. So Jammer is an option. The TAC insert, it's banned I think on most servers. C4's it's cool, but it's hard to use, and camera spike I don't really see a point. Okay, the most important part about your class setup, your perks. Ghost Pro for hardcore is like basically required. If you're not running this, you are easy target. I've seen some good players use flak jacket, but when you're up against someone that's decent, they'll have a UAV and they'll be able to tell exactly where you're coming from, so it's pointless. That flak jacket's more useful in core. I wouldn't really bother with any of these other ones. But Ghost Pro, use it and you'll see. It stops spy planes from seeing you, stops any like aircraft or so like your choppers, they won't actually see you. Chopper gunners, I don't think the person will even see the red mark around you. So it will save you a bunch. Sentry guns won't see you. It's fairly easy to get Ghost Pro. You do need the Pro version for it to actually work well. For your middle perk, I see a lot of people running Warlord. He's pretty useless in my opinion. Unless you're going to run Warlord and have a scope and a suppressor, I don't know. But even then, I think the iron sights are fine enough in the game. And you don't really need the two attachments. Just use your suppressor. Don't run this and run dual mags. It is pointless. Your dual mags, you may think is going to make your reload faster, but if you just run sleight of hand, you're always going to be reloading faster and you aim down sights faster. So I don't see why not to use that. Hardened, I haven't really seen much point for because you wallbang nearly most of, like basically all the walls in the game, apart from the massive cement block ones. Scout, yeah, if you're sniping maybe. Maybe if you're sniping, but I've seen a couple of people use this for their AK classes or whatever you want to call them. It's not really that useful. The hip fire in the game is really good anyway. If you're hip firing, they're going to be pretty close. So just run sleight of hand, try it out. The Pro version gives you the sight, aim down sights faster. One of the most other than Ghost, this is the second most important perk ever. Ninja. Your footsteps are silent, so no one can hear them. Tactical mask, use it in core, stops flashbangs and reduces the reduction, like the effect of them, especially if you get pro. Some people do run marathon though. This is a hard one. If you have one person on your team that runs marathon pro and runs lightweight, they will move really fast and no one will be able to catch them. So I reckon if you're in a call and you have your buddies on there, have most of your team running this class setup right now, and then have one person running that, and you'll get the flag and they'll be able to run it back before anyone on the other team can even like get anywhere, unless they're already camping your flag, of course. Yeah, but Ninja, move silently. If you get the Pro version, so the Pro of the perk, you can jump silently, like climb things silently, which would be good, but you just gotta play differently to accommodate for that. Hacker. Some people do run this, and it is useful. Like I die a bunch by claymores, but I know I do better being silent because I can kill more people than do that. But with this, you'll be able to see enemy claymores and other equipment, which means if you know where a claymore is, you know where the person is. So some people don't think of it like that, but if you see a claymore in a room, you know the person's probably in the room, so you can flashbang it or nade it and you'll probably get a kill there. Second chance, it's annoying to verse against. It's not worth it in my opinion. You'll get a couple kills here and there, but you'll be on the ground for most of the game. Highly recommend those 3 perks. Try it out. Try any gun you want. Just use a suppressor for hardcore. For core, this is, in my opinion, the best class you can have, apart from pro perks. If you had pro perks, it'd even be better. But the Femis, it's like a laser beam. One thing that people don't know about it is it actually comes with, I think, 150 bullets spare instead of 90 bullets, which most guns come with. That is a huge advantage. You'll get your SR more than likely in 1 life, and if you really need more ammo, you can just pick up a gun on the ground. Like, most people are running okay guns anyway. Same lethal, tactical, and equipment. One thing to do in core, if you're playing like a Nuketown server, always throw your lethal and your concussion. Never die with them. I always hop in, I throw every life, throw my concussion first, throw a nade on that, because if I do get some of the concussion, then they'll be stuck there. And then I keep a concussion when I'm pushing to their spawn, just to get any more people with it. Flak Jacket stops you from taking as much damage from nades. Like, you take 2 nades. What else? Claymores. You won't die by them. Same amount of damage though from guns. Sleight of hand, fast reloading, tactical mask. Yep, we've already gone through that, I think. Couple of other classes I can show you. That's another core class, I guess. This is just a mess around if I'm feeling bad for the enemy team on core. Oh, on hardcore. What else? Yeah, about it. This is another core class. It's pretty good. Just over long ranges, you don't have the same accuracy as the Femis or the AK-74. Wait, AK-47, sorry. Another thing you can, if you really want, I've seen some people do it, is they put face paint on their character. Now, it does help if you're playing maps like jungle a little bit, but one big thing I would recommend for all new players is to learn where most players like to hide or camp. If you know that and you have good map knowledge, you can just basically peek it, the exact spot, and pre-fire it. One bullet with the AK, just shoot once. Doesn't matter if you lose a bullet, because it's a bullet. You have a whole bunch more. Just a lot of people don't like to pre-fire, or pre-fire spots, or look at the common spots and get ready to shoot. They just like to run around the corner and be surprised constantly. I don't get it. If someone shoots you from a spot, which happens, like they're camping, they're more than likely going to kill you when you run around the corner. Don't exactly re-peek the same spot. Move to another spot and then pre-fire that exact spot. A lot of people don't move. I don't get it. They shoot you, they don't move, they think you don't have a memory. And then they get surprised and they call you a hacker or whatever for somehow knowing it. It's magic. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Just pre-fire spots. It's only a couple of bullets. Doesn't matter. You'll be surprised how many kills you get. If your server allows wallbang, I don't get it. Just wallbang the hell out of every wall that you think a person's behind. You can wallbang a lot, especially on firing range and Nuketown. Like, every wall basically on those maps you can wallbang. If you know an enemy's there by spy plane or SR, just shoot straight through it. You'll get a lot of kills. Kill streaks. You can run like very different combinations here. Dogs are very good, especially against people with higher ping, because they have to shoot like 10 meters in front of them to actually kill them. Kind of annoying. But Rolling Thunder's good. I wouldn't recommend it for hardcore, because you'll kill all your teammates. Chopper Gunner, same thing. Wouldn't recommend it for hardcore. It's good for core. Blackbird, best kill streak in the game by far. Some people don't understand how good it is. Like, I don't know whether they haven't used it or their team hasn't got it, but if you have an SR or Blackbird, it's a spy plane, just it's constant and it will tell you exactly where the enemies are facing on your minimap. Your minimap is the most important thing too. Make sure you always check it. You'll be surprised how many people you see on that. And then if they're not running Ghost, they'll be picked up by a spy plane. But a lot of people think Ghost will save them from a Blackbird. It doesn't. You can see Ghost Pro on that. Anyone on the enemy team you can see, no matter what. One good thing to counter this is the counter spy plane. It just blocks out their minimap. It is really annoying because this lasts for like 30-40 seconds, I think. Now, one trick to increase this is if you call in your Blackbird and near when it's ending, so about 5 or 6 seconds before you're calling your spy plane, you'll still have some of the effects from the Blackbird and you'll be able to see them a little bit on your minimap for like another up to 20 or 30 seconds more, so you can extend your Blackbird life basically. Tac Chopper, it's good. I used to run it a lot and then I started running the counter spy plane. Sentry gun, I don't know, I would stay away from that. Now if you need your Ghost Pro, I think you need to destroy a sentry gun. Just put this as a perk and then throw your sentry gun, like it's like a care package, I think. You throw it over to the enemy side, someone will pick it up, someone will place it down, you just flashbang it, go up to it, knife it. It's pretty simple. Care packages can be good. A lot of the time they will drop ammo, but you can get dogs, you can get any of these streaks from a care package. That's why it is the starting kind of kill streak for every player, because they want you to try out all the kill streaks. Sam Turret is really good. If you have someone on your team run that, like, you'll shoot down all the counter spy planes, all the spy planes. It'll help you a bunch. The spy plane though, one thing people don't think of, they think if they have Ghost, I won't know exactly where they are anyway. I'll still be able to work out where they roughly are, unless they're camping, by using a spy plane. It's not only to see where the enemies are, it's to see where my teammates are. So if all my teammates have spawned on the right hand side, I know there's at least one person on the left hand side of our flag. This is capture the flag, obviously. I'm speaking about just as an example. I'll know that there's someone on my left hand side because your team won't spawn where there's enemies. You run over there, you hold them out or you shoot them, whatever. That gets you a lot of kills using it that way, but also knowing where your teammates are, you won't have to like wait to check whether it's a teammate. You don't have that hesitation, so you're a lot faster and you can just jump around corners expecting there to be an enemy somewhere. It's another thing. Hit registration in this game is pretty bad. Like, the more you move, I found the less bullets will hit you. Now obviously it affects their aim and all that, but we did do a little test on one of the servers, and the more you jump and all that, even if their guns, like if they're aimed up and all that on you, some of the bullets won't actually hit sometimes. So if you prone, crouch, jump, I don't know, strafe a bunch, less bullets will obviously hit you by their aim, like because it's harder to hit you, but the hit registration will be worse, so you will live a lot more. That's kind of why I think I live a fair bit, because I jump around nearly all corners. And if someone's going to peek a corner and you're out in the open, just prone, lay down, they will have to move their aim. By the time they have to move their aim on you, you'll have shot them. That leads me on to ping though. Ping is kind of a hard topic in this game. A lot of games, like Escape from Tarkov, had an issue with ping and peakers of like advantage. This game has the same thing. So if we go to servers, just refresh. So basically, there's no servers in Australia. So I play Dirty Reapers a fair bit. I used to play ROC, but they banned me because I was jumping around too many corners and it looked pretty sketchy. They banned me for suspected cheating, which is kind of sucky. Like, he didn't really watch me or spectate me, he just assumed because I was beating everyone. This is another server I play a fair bit. When Capture the Flag isn't up, I'll play either one of these servers. They're pretty good. But if you look at the ping for me, 254, 240, it's around the 200 to 260 mark, I'd say. This is actually a lucky range for ping. Now you're going, oh, how does that help you? It allows me to see people before they see me. Like, only a little bit, like a split second, but that's enough for me to shoot them. Now there are obviously disadvantages with higher ping, like a lot of your shots won't actually register, like you have to shoot more. You have to shoot in front of people, which is kind of annoying every now and then. But most of the time it's fairly good. Once you get above 280 in ping, the game goes trash. Like, your bullets, none of them will hit. People will be killing you pretty easily. Even with my ping, I always want to peek. That's my thing. Like, if someone else is peeking me, they'll see me before I see them. And their shots will count before mine count. Even if they peek, I shoot them 5 times, their shots will still count before me most of the time. So there are disadvantages, but if you're peeking everyone, like jumping around corners, like I said, your hit registration will be pretty bad, so they won't hit you as easily, and you'll see them before they see you. That's probably why a lot of people get mad in games, because that's all I do. Basically the same on 210 ping. There's not much difference between 250 and 210. Don't try not to go above 300. Pretty pointless at that point. On sniping servers, so if you like sniping, I don't think I see any sniping servers, but if you like sniping, the higher the ping, the better. Now you're like, why? Now, 400 ping on that is actually great, unless they kick you, of course. I used to try to snipe when I was younger, and the higher the ping to like Swedish servers and all that, you'd play better. Like, you could no scope people and your shots would hit. Now, it made no sense that back then, but now I know there's bullet compensation or ping compensation, whatever you want to call it. Where the server goes, oh, this person has a higher ping, we'll compensate them. Now that means everyone has a higher hit registration, so I wonder whether I have that even on my ping. But yeah, sniping, pretty easy on a high ping. Obviously you'll get killed behind a lot of walls, which is annoying, but if you peek them and just shoot, you'll see what I mean. Try it out. I don't know whether I get the advantages of that or not. I may. Sometimes I notice that I shouldn't have killed someone, but I do. That's basically it for what I run and tips and tricks, I guess. I do have a pre-recorded game. I think I'm gonna open that up and analyze it, just to further like show what I'm thinking and how I'm playing, and it gets interesting. It goes down to a 1v1, which in Capture the Flag hardcore is very hard to win, but I seem to do pretty good in that. It was a good game. I'll skip there. Now, this is my pre-recorded gameplay that I'm going to analyze just to give you guys a better understanding of how I play, what I'm doing, and why. Okay, so it's hardcore, capture the flag, and it's on launch. Turn the volume down a little bit because it was a bit loud. Now,
Hardcore, capture the flag. Capture the objective.
Always put a claymore on your flag or somewhere around your flag. You'll be surprised how many kills you get and how many flag caps you stop the enemy team from getting. Now I'll pause this whenever I get to a point that I want to explain. There'll be a fair bit of that. So now a flashbang, see that? There's a guy over the top, over there. Now I could hold this like I am, but I decided to go hold a little angle because most people will run over, they'll run into this building, they'll come back where I just came. Get him. There's nothing else, so we move up.
Enemy flag acquired.
We can tell our team's good. They're getting kills. They nearly grabbed the flag, or they grabbed it, but then they died. So we can tell our team's good, which is always a bonus. If they can get kill streaks, it's even better. Try to use so now we can see this dude, but try to use kill streaks that aren't just beneficial for you. They're beneficial for the whole team, like spy planes, counter spy planes, and SRs. That's why I run them. Hey, they're good for me, but they're good for everyone. Now, we don't know whether that's an enemy or a teammate. So
Enemy flag acquired.
Okay, they were teammates. We heard a footstep just there, but we already see the enemy. A lot of people will hold this angle. They'll spawn here too, so they'll run that way and they'll hold it. Kill him. Now we run back to clear mid because our teammate's running with the flag. A lot of people will hold mid, they'll lay down at the very end.
Spy planes are ready for deployment. Our spy planes in the air.
We can see an enemy up there. He'll be coming right side. This is where our whole team, including myself, really mess up. That dude's coming that way. Teammates just killed our flag carrier somehow.
Lock.
So we can know that dude's there. Now we heard a nade as well. So there's another guy over there as well. But he runs up behind me. Should have heard the footsteps, but I didn't. One thing, like my teammates make a mistake here. They run across this open area. Now you can see the dot there, barely. You see the other two dots there. So this guy's either holding the metal railing that's to the right, or he's actually pushed up a little bit because I think the spy plane's finished. But they should hold this or they should check it instead of just running across. So now that he's grabbed the flag, both of my teammates should know where he is. It's pretty simple. Kills my teammate, my claymore gets him. This guy, his footsteps over here, he sees the dot, he knows he's going to be around that container.
Enemy spy plane incoming.
I put my clay down. I know there's an enemy over there. Can still see him. Just clearing angles. See him there. He goes behind the wall, but you can still shoot through the wall. Flashbang over there. Teammates are starting to kill each other, which is not good, but this guy here was just killed by this guy. So we know there's a guy coming for the flag. Hold this. Can't see him. Hear footsteps over to this side. Lay down, hold a weird angle. Always check angles in 2 steps. So I'll check this, that's 1, 2. there may be more steps, obviously, but always check in steps, like clear areas. You'll be surprised how many more kills you get, because there could be a guy over to my right. If I peeked right where I am now, there could be also a guy up there, so I'd have two people shooting at me. So just always try to make it 1v1, use cover to make it 1v1. I checked this because I heard footsteps. I don't have a mini-map or a spy plane up, so I don't know whether it was an enemy or not. I see people are leaving on the other team. I see that guy. Kills him. I run over. Got a flashbang.
The enemy has taken our flag.
It gets him.
Our flag has been dropped.
I was expecting teammate to come and return the flag, then run on and grab the flag, but he ran over there, so I decided to return it.
Our flag has been returned.
Always return your flag over grabbing the other flag. If you die, then hopefully you've returned your flag. Knew they would have respawned, but I didn't know they were that close.
Flag dropped. Enemy flag acquired.
Now I'll rotate the other way to confuse them. These two guys on the other team. Oh, should have stopped it there. They both know that I was on the right hand side. Now if they were smart, they would have texted or put in the group chat or the team chat that I went right hand side, so he would be thinking I'm right hand side. He's either in middle or at the flag, don't really know where.
They have our flag.
Those guys are going to respawn and run that way. So now we know that one dude's over at the flag and these two guys are here. You can hear the footsteps to my right.
Spy plane ready for deployment.
Spy plane.
Friendly spy plane inbound.
Teammates get one dude, but they still don't have the flag. There's no point for me to run and hold, like sit on the flag for when it gets returned. Like, we don't know where it is. Enemies will run there. So I just hold the spot. We can see that dude, we can hear him.
They dropped our flag.
And we also hear the footsteps to our right.
Spy plane standing by.
Clear our angles. Once again, cleared it twice, 2 steps.
Enemy flag captured.
Now because we just had the flag, enemies will push over, more than likely to try to return it. There's one just there. My great aim. That was a pretty useless nade. You heard the footstep on the left, I'll play it again. Now, this guy keeps dying because of his perks. He's not running Ghost or Ninja. So you can see him on your minimap whenever you have a spy plane, and you can hear him really easily. Some people say that Ninja increases the volume of the footsteps, of other people's footsteps, which may be correct. I don't know. Haven't really tested it out. Now, if that dude was running Ninja, he would have killed me easily. I wasn't really paying attention.
SR-71 ready for deployment. SR-71 online.
I have an SR up, but we can see no one's alive. We pushed up now. They could have spawned here. Now I wouldn't have known. But now we can see teammate kills one, shoots at the other one. But looking at this, we know he's at the barrel. Both teammates, or both enemies spawned here. So there's one there, one over there. Decided to pre-fire. Couldn't see him, he was just around the corner. Guy here, shoot him. Decided to hold this guy out because we know he's there. I didn't know whether he was upstairs or not, but I assumed he wasn't. Kill them both. Run as fast as possible. For some reason I still if you run with a claymore out or your equipment out, you'll run faster. It's great for LMGs or anything else slow.
Counter spy plane up. They're blind. Enemy flag captured.
And once again, they decided to push really hard because I had the flag. They wanted to kill me. Now my teammates are in the wrong here. They did a quick grab. They grabbed it way too quick. They didn't escort.
We have the enemy flag.
Decided to tell my teammates that, so I think they slowed down a little bit.
Our spy plane's in the air.
At this point, I just feel bad for the enemy team. Getting spawn camped. Our team's quick grabbing. They have no chance. Go through this a little bit fast.
Enemy flag captured. Good job, team. Get ready for the next round.
This guy's
Switching sides.
He's out. He's gonna leave.
Hardcore capture the
And
flag.
I think his teammate says it.
Capture the objectives.
Yeah. So I put a claymore down, but at this point I'm thinking about whether I should change teams or let the game finish. They both do leave, so then I change teams. This other dude leaves, thinking that there's going to be no enemies, which makes it a 1v1. Now, at this moment, I know that guy pushed left/middle. He was pushing pretty hard for flag. Now I'm going to spawn in and he's going to be already in my base or close. So I decided to lie down, hold a weird angle. He could push through there, he could push along there, he could be already there. We heard a weapon swap in there, or a scope. To a little metal piece. And then he peeks the corner. He nearly kills me too. And put the claymore inside the pipe like I just did. Be careful of that. If you really want, just throw a flashbang or something on the flag. It'll tell you if there's any clays there and it'll actually disable them for a little, like a short period of time. This guy's already spawned back in. He'll be pushing hard again. Flashbang on left, so I'm assuming he's in middle, up near this machine that's over there. He'll either push this way or that way. At this moment I was thinking he was going to push along the metal walk, or the metal kind of path on the left. So I just move over here, I end up seeing him there. Try to push while he's dead, or was dead. Got a nade over there for a bit of distraction. Hear a weapon change to my left or a scope, I don't know what, just a sound. I look straight here where I heard the sound. We see his head there, and his weapon. We hear another step.
Spy plane standing by.
Now, spy plane in this situation doesn't do anything because he's running Ghost, but he's not running Ninja, so he's still fairly easy to kill.
Our spy plane's in the air.
Now push up knowing that he's going to respawn soon. Now that icon just disappeared, meaning he's now alive. Hear his footsteps over there. It's on dirt or grass to kind of understand. If it went to concrete, I'd know that he's pushed through this way. Stays on grass.
Ready to jam enemy radar. Counter spy plane up. They are blind.
Grab the flag.
Enemy flag acquired.
It's all about a mind game too. So I decided to sit here thinking, making him think that I've just sprinted for the flag to capture it. I decided to move now. I still clear it just in case you could see me do this. Just dead body something. Clear middle. I'm fairly sure he's in my spawn somewhere. Now there's multiple things to check here. There's those, I've just checked those two like partially. There's a spot back there, either side of the barrel, like whatever that container is. Now I need to check the door over there, I need to check close. I need to obviously check those two spots, and I need to check the barrel. The barrel is like the main spot. I also need to check this window here. So like check that. Check this. Just here, we're going to check the barrel if he's in front of it, and you can see him there. So you can pre-fire it, peek right on him. I'll play this back in full speed just so you can get a better understanding. That's all you need to be able to know that the guy's there.
We've captured the enemy flag.
Capture it. We're just clearing this. We saw him there. Throw that move away, wrap around. Now I'm feeling like he was gonna come this way, like real fast, because he was throwing a nade. Now he's flashing more, so I'm feeling like he was, at this moment, I feel like he was gonna push along the metal walk again. Or jumped, saw his head there. Now I thought I could wallbang it, can't. It's worth trying though, because if you don't try then you don't know. Now he's pushing, so I was like, what do I do? Do I hold this angle where I am right now, or do I try to hold a different angle? Figured he was pushing really hard, so I just proned. So by the time he peeks this, he'll have peeker's advantage. He'll see me first, but he'll be aiming at chest level or head level, I don't really know. But he'll check this close corner. He'll check the spot behind me, the barrels, and hopefully by then I can shoot him. And that's it, he left. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section. I'll try to answer them. Make sure you try out the loadout, try out any of these tips, tricks, whatever you want to call them. Your gameplay will improve a lot. If you don't want to listen to this, fine by me. It means more kills. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye.